Alright, so Babbzy is here in Barbados, and my first stop on this trip so far is with my boy B-Roca here at Frequency Studios. Now, if you don't know B-Roca, the Beats Boys, remember it's boys, you know. No?
Beat boy.
Beat Boy?
I'm singular.
He's singular?
Yeah, I evicted the little man in my pocket.
Oh.
It's just me, no, it's just
drama. So let me give you a little backdrop on my boy B-Roca. B-Roca has been around for a little bit of time. He's fairly new, but since he's come out, he's just been making like headways. Many of you will probably know him when he came into the soca industry for the first time. First time he tried soca, he gets a smash hit, Jiggle It, with Inches, and manages to get Sherwin Winchester on the remix. So I'm here trying to kind of get the scoop on this because I want the shortcuts in life, you understand? Me now, I gotta take the long road and back road and thing. He going too fast, so I want to talk with him and find out what's going on. So what's up, man?
I'm good.
Yes, sir.
I'm good.
Alright, so give me a little backdrop on yourself and like where you started and how you got into the music industry. Because you sing, you record, you do everything. So let me find out a little bit more about you.
Where you want me to start? Well, basically it started about 27 years ago.
He's 27?
A hot steamy night of passion between my parents, you know. Just big up to moms and dad, you know, for
Drama.
Night, man, you know. Yeah.
Were they standing up or lying down?
I never
asked.
I never asked for details, but
because my parents were standing up, that's why I'm like firm. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's why you used to talk.
Right, correct.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. But on a more serious note, musically, I guess I go give a lot of tribute to like my former music teacher in primary school, Anthony Nurse. I mean, you're young. I was about 6 or 7 years old.
Oh, damn, that's like far back. I'm thinking you like in high school. You know what I mean?
This is my they go right back to the start because without this guy, I really gotta pay homage where homage is due. Without him and him seeing the fact that I had this talent in me, and he put my first instrument in my hand, a trumpet.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, from there it was all over. So fast forward now.
Let me fast forward. So let me do like production before Jiggle It.
This time tunnel.
Correct.
So,
we speed it.
Before Jiggle It.
Right.
I wasn't really doing any soca. Actually, that was the very first soca rhythm that I ever did. It was just random, you know, because before that, I just wasn't, let me see, how do we put this the best way? I wasn't like the biggest fan of soca music. Right. I mean, I would enjoy it for crop over there and what's not, in terms of making it and writing it and producing it and that sort of stuff. It wasn't really something that I would say that I was fully interested in. To the extent where I actually wanted to do it myself.
Okay.
Like I admired the work that was done by other people, but it wasn't something that I actually felt to venture into.
Okay.
And
so now we go to Jiggle It. Now we go to Jiggle It. So how did that come about with Inches and then later down the line with Sherwin Winchester?
Yeah, actually this whole Inches thing is actually kind of funny because when I did that rhythm, right, the very first person that I sent it to, I think, was Peter Ram.
Okay.
Yeah, and as I told you before, I had never done anything soca, so obviously Ram didn't like know of me as a producer or whatever the case is.
Right.
But he emailed me back and was like, "Yo, brethren, this thing mad. Are you ready?" Oh no, this is like next day after I sent it to him. He messaged me. I was like, "Yo, dog, this thing mad. When it could come and record." So I was like, "Well, they ready when you ready. Just let me know when the song done." And I was like, "Dog, nah, dog, I ready. Oh no, big, and just come studio and do my thing." Yeah, you don't know how Ram is doing. Peter Ram for sure.
Man.
Yeah, big bad Peter Ram. People don't understand how talented
Trust
this guy
me,
really is.
for real, real talk.
Real talk.
Rammers.
So yeah, Ram came, you know, he did his thing, and he ended up doing a song called Like That. How does Like That go? You look at me crosses, you make me take off my glasses, never know you could have wine like that. Right. So Inches came with him to the session that night because Ram and Inches
they're tight, right?
Tight. Abaku and Fakaru.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, so they were really tight. So Inches was in the control room while Ram was recording.
Right.
And I was obviously at the boards. And Inches was like, "Yo, dog, the rhythm close because I said no, they got sound in my head."
Yeah.
So obviously at that point in time, we're focusing on Ram and getting the session done.
Right.
So I was like, "Alright, cool, you know, like when I finish it, then you can let me hear what's going on, you know, and what's not." But you know, like everybody think that they're artists when they in the studio. You know what I mean? So it's not like
even me. I hear in the studio, I want to voice something. You know what I mean?
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, so everybody thinks they're an artist when they're in the studio, but I didn't dismiss him. It was just, I wanted to get my work done at that point in time.
Right.
So when Ron came out of the booth, he said again, yo, Ron, listen to this, da 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 da. So while I was doing a little pre-mix on the record that Ron had just recorded, I could hear him singing it, jiggle it, because he was singing it to Ron, and Ron was like, yeah, boy, that bad, boy, it's just not bad, jiggle it. But he didn't work out, everything at that point in time. He just had his shell, you know what I mean? So he went in the booth, he put on a little bit of dummy, and it was sounding good, but it wasn't finished. It needed time to polish, So I was like, yo, this is what to do. Go home, finish your record, come back, and we can record this thing. So he just went home, he recorded this, he finished writing the record, he came back, he recorded it, and we put out the rhythm. It was me, Inches, Versi, Peter Ram, and Swar on that rhythm.
Right. So how did Sherwin get into the picture?
So fast forward a little bit more now.
Right, there we go.
Funny enough, it was like a year and a half later.
Right.
And Father Fox, big up Father Fox, and Peter Ram once again.
Yeah.
Both of them came and told me, yo, that Jiggle It tune mashing up Trinidad, though. Like, it mashing up Trinidad right now. But at that point in time, like, obviously, I'm not there, so I could only go based on what they're saying to me. And, it's like, you take it as not necessarily a grain of salt, because I trust these people, but, when we say mashing up.
Yeah, everyone's different.
The definition of mashing up is different. So I just took it to mean that, again, a little airplay, rotation, or whatever.
Right.
So, one night, Inches called me at like a funny hour. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Look at my phone, see Inches. So like, yo, dog, what's up? And he was like, well, I got a story to tell you. It was like, alright, talk to me, dog. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so make it quick. Come on, son. I was like, dog, I was here saying no, just no, dog, and a strange number come up on my phone, and I didn't recognize the area code, and I answered the phone, and I hear, yo, hello, can I speak to Inches?
Yeah.
I was like, who's this? Like, yo, this is Sherman Winchester, man. The big tune, you have the big tune, Jiggle It, man. What's the prospects of us doing a remix or whatever?
Your Trini accent good, your Trini accent good.
You're trying to do something. You should hear my African my English.
You keep, you go with the story.
Anyways, so he was like, yo, the man just called me and asked me to do a remix. And the funny thing about it is we were contemplating doing a remix, because by then we actually realized how big the song was.
Yeah, it was huge.
And Sherman just called out the blue, and within 2 days Sherman flew himself to Barbados to record the remix.
Sherman, you got links at immigration, so call me, because I can't get in so fast. But go on.
Come in 2 days, and we went to the studio. We went by G-Wiz studio at the time. Big up to Gary Soro, and we recorded it there. We spent the day there just working it out and putting it down and putting it together and arranging it and stuff. And the final result is what y'all heard. The remix with Sherman Winchester, Jiggle It.
So how do you feel about soca now that you've had like a successful song, you know what I mean, and it's like gotten to the stage where you're like known in soca?
Yeah. Well, you see, the way how I feel about it now is completely different, because back when I was dibble and dabbling, because Jiggle It was the first rhythm that I ever did and released. But before that, I used to twerk and do a little something, but it wasn't exactly soca. It was more soca fusions, like what is in now. So at that point in time, that wasn't like the accepted
type of soca.
I remember one DJ told me, man, this too slow. Like this would never play that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? But no, that sort of soca was taking over. That was dominating the soca arena, like the Kerwin Dubois and the Cass and the Marshalls and that sort of stuff. Like power soca is being phased out.
It's true.
So this kind of soca that's the sort of stuff that I really into, because I like fusions. I like R&B fusions, R&B hip hop fusions, R&B, soca fusions. The fusions, that's where it's at. So right now I'm very comfortable. I'm very, very comfortable, and I'm actually very much into the soca, because even when you listen to songs like Differentology, like 5 years ago, that would never be classed as soca. People would be like, what's this? As good as it sounds.
People like that ain't soca.
What's this? We don't want to hear this. We want to hear Get in the Road. That sort of stuff. But so I'm far more into the soca now. Like, I just willing to work with whatever genre, because I'm not a soca producer by any means. I do reggae, as you heard from the stuff that I did with your group.
Well, let's get in there now. Tribute to Sweet Talking, right? So you know, I came to you and I was like, I have a problem because we won't call nobody name on the video because we don't give the villains and demons no forward but here.
Yeah.
But I ran into trouble with just Tribute to Sweet Talking in the beginning, and I linked B-Roca because I said to myself, you know what, this guy has this kind of sound, you know what I mean? And me too, I'm kind of this like musical kind of person. So I said, let me link B-Roca and see if he could do something on this Tribute to Sweet Talking. And then when I asked you to do it, you've never done reggae. Like, that's vintage reggae now. Do you know what I mean? So we're getting into these other genres, like what dance hall, tip on your toe is one thing.
Yeah.
But then now vintage reggae now on a rhythm that came out in 1969. How did you feel about working on that project?
To be honest, it was a bit disconcerting because, as you just said, I had never done like a hardcore reggae rhythm before. Like, as we said about the soca stuff, all my stuff is always like fused because that's just a song that comes out of me. Like, I had never before that actually sat down and said, let me do a hardcore reggae with some guitars and some piano strums. Right. I had never done anything like that. So when you actually let me with that out, it was like, oh, this can be an interesting challenge, but I can try to lick out to the part. And I remember thinking, yo, when it was done, I remember thinking, oh, let me send this to this woman here now. Hope that
Babbzy don't
blog about me and tell me that this thing was garbage. Like, you laughing, but no, it was like, she's my career now really being able to take off. Like, I can't afford to dig up now.
Stop, man, stop.
Yeah, but funny enough, like, when I remember I was thinking that evening and it was going somewhere, you messaged me, was like, yo. I was like,
gone clear.
On, brothers, here it coming now. This gone clear, boy. This thing mad.
Yeah, man.
And it was like,
yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're all happy that time,
yeah. But it was interesting, you know, and honestly, it opened up a little something in me too because now I know that I can do it for sure. So.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, I get messages from artists, reggae artists all over the world over that rhythm, and people hearing the quality of your sound and the quality of your mixing and everything, and they're like so excited and people want to work with you so badly. So like, who would you want to work with in the near future, like reggae artists and soca artists included?
Chronics, for sure.
Chronics,
it's gonna happen.
Link us.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it has to.
Sure.
Come on now.
It's gonna happen.
Come
like,
in.
Even on my artistic, particularly, even production too. Yeah, I would like to work on it, but as a feature. Like, I mean, go check out my mixtape, by the way. It's called Forward.
Right.
Babbzy will provide you with the link.
Correct.
Somewhere at the bottom.
It's on the bottom.
Yeah. So, even my RT stuff, definitely Chronics, because, like, if you listen to his song is not pure reggae.
Right.
It's hard to identify what it is, so you just gotta call it Chronics.
Right.
Yeah.
True. He's
that's a genre onto its own. Like, my friends always tell me, yo, dog, like, we don't even know how to quantify or qualify your music, what to qualify it as. We can just call it rocker.
Yeah,
like, that's what all of my friends tell me. So
it's
like,
true.
he only same like wavelength music as me. So
true.
I definitely want to work with him.
Anyone else? Give me some names,
some
man.
of the veterans, yo, like Paris, like, you know, like the big ones.
John Holt?
I wanted to work with anybody because I think that music decided to go with. I really love the whole reggae centric but not fully reggae vibe that we working with right now. So in terms of my artistic side of the things, that's what I'm looking to do. As you would hear in my mixtape at the link where Babbzy will play somewhere at the bottom.
Correct. So speaking about artistic, everyone says to me that when they hear you mix music, most people may know what mixing means, most people may not know what it means, but I'm not going to get into this whole explanation now. But B-Roca mixes all of Ragamuffin Entertainment's music. Most of it, not all, sorry. Yeah. But so when you get a song and I send you these files and I'm like, this is Tabitha singing, I need you to mix this. What's the process that you normally take before you start to mix a song?
Well, first they procrastinate for about 2 or 3 days. Not that long, but you know, I procrastinate for a little while because I gotta be in the vibe to like do this. You know what I mean? Like, this is art. This is not I wake up in the morning and I go and punch in a card somewhere, and I have to work with a rigid schedule and sit down and curse my boss from the desk and what's not. It's an art. It's something that you gotta feel as much as you have to know. So like, when it comes to mixing records, is all about what I feel. So I listen through to the rough version of whatever it is that the artist might send, and then I try to interpret the song, and then I decide, well, this is the direction I think the song needs to go in, so this is what it needs to sound like, that the vocals need to be bright or they need to be warm, and the kick needs to come through, and this and that, and the snare needs to come through. The snare needs to be more impactful, and all that sort of stuff.
All
so it's a lot about feel, because you might give me a record to mix, and you might give the Genius a record to mix, and you might give Precision a record to mix, and you see a record, but it might come sounding different from all three people. So it's a lot about feeling and how you interpret the record. Yeah.
So how do you like working with me and working with Ragamuffin Entertainment?
It's cool, because I get all leeway. I just get to do what I want, basically. So I like that. Yeah.
Talent-wise, how do you feel about the singers themselves?
I think they're very talented. I always thought that Miguel, because from seeing Miguel around the local circuit and stuff for a while, and Tabitha, and been hearing her, and I actually did some work with Tabitha years ago.
Yeah.
And Buggy, everyone knows Buggy, and how talented he is, and
Marsville.
Mars, like that boy is crazy, really talented. But Tian Winter is an extremely talented vocalist.
Trust me.
That which one? Which record was it?
That's the last
Beat
one
Myself was the last record I mixed for him. And let me tell you, boy, that boy can sing like.
Teen, you get it big up, send the man something.
The first thing I always do when I mix in a record is listen to the vocals.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when I listened to the vocals from the raw vocals from that record, I had answers that were already processed, because it was clean. Big up to Tian Winters for real though. Like, boys are extremely talented. So overall, it's a very talented team, and I think that they can go places for sure.
So not to keep you too long, but like with the Ragamuffin team now, you're Ragamuffin, but you're kind of not Ragamuffin. I know you kind of like freelancing. So are you excited about going to Africa later down in the year and going and working with them? Because I'm sure you haven't been to Africa before. So how do you feel about going there to work with the Ragamuffin team?
Well, I have been to Africa before.
Oh yeah?
Not physically, but my mind has been there before.
So what do you think it's gonna be like when you get there? Like envision, what do you think it's gonna feel like?
I'm actually kind of afraid. It's a bit scary.
Yeah, you see some camels and elephants running around.
Like the most that we see here is like maybe a stray dog and a frog that you're trying to dodge at night time or something. But you see all sorts of animals you can't pronounce the names and stuff, and it's a bit daunting, but it's gonna be an interesting experience for sure. Though I look forward to it. Yeah, for sure. And it's gonna look real good on the resume.
So what do you do in your spare time just to hang out? Because you're like me, why we kind of get along, because we're both kind of like semi-nerdy. I'm allowed to call you nerdy, right?
Yeah, the nerdy is sexy, man. It's back.
Yeah, calm down. Yeah, so what do you do in your spare time? Like when you're hanging out? Not working.
When I'm hanging out, I like to watch football for sure.
Manchester
United, all the way. Football.
Okay.
Manchester United all the way. It's a ball. You kick it with your foot. It's football.
Soccer.
Yeah, but anyways, we're not going to get back into it.
Chad Ochocinco plays football.
That should be soccer. That would make more sense. But anyhow, I like to watch football. I like to chill with my friends, relax. Watch series on the internet. That sort of stuff.
Watch Babbzy's blogs. I'm waiting.
Watch Babbzy's blogs.
I gotta plug myself,
It's true.
Anyhow, man, it's been fun up in this posh studio, you guys. If you see up in here, actually, I might do a little clip at the end and show around and give you a little small tour. This is one of the nicer studios here in Barbados. Some of them is like a tin can in a room, but up in here is like some real top things, right? And this is Frequency Studios over here in St. Philip. Frequency with a P. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped out of school, so I can't
NH.
spell PH something right. Yeah, so fat frequency, right? No, yeah. So I'm gonna give you a little tour, but Mr. Roca, it has been amazing to be here with you, my brother.
Yes,
And you know, we had a good time. And you know what? This is Babbzy, round 1. I got some more stops to go, but I had to make sure I got my boy over here first. So we out, man. Peace.
Peace.